Look at me over here looking like a school teacher. So I'm sitting up here reading Genesis. Do you know how many times I've read Genesis? I don't know why I keep coming back to this. Maybe it's something that I need to learn. No, I don't know. But anyway, I was sitting up here reading the third chapter of how Eve was deceived. All it took was one question to put doubt in her head. How many of us can relate with that? Where all it takes is for one person to say something, and now we're unsure of what it is that we were just so sure about a couple minutes ago. That's Satan for you. That's how he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. That's how he comes to throw you off your game by bringing somebody in your life to ask you one simple question that's going to place that seed of doubt in your head. And then here you are, they plant that seed, and then it starts growing. Anyway, though, so I'm sitting up here reading how Eve messed up. Let's just keep it honest. She straight messed up. But if you read how he was cursing the serpent, it said how I will put enmity, open hostility between you and the woman, and between your seed, offspring, and her seed. He shall fatally bruise your head, and you shall only bruise his heel. Now, come on now. Who is he? Who do you think that guy was talking about? Because at this point, was Jesus Christ even in the picture? Of course, I know he was up there with him. Jesus Christ, God, the Holy Spirit, all three in one. But what I'm saying is Jesus Christ hadn't even came down on the earth yet to do what it is that he was coming to do. I hope this is making sense what I'm trying to say, but I'm saying this to say that here, God knew Eve was going to mess up, and he already had a plan in place, even though that plan hadn't, even though the plan wasn't in fruition yet, but he already had a plan set in place. And the same goes with us. Do you really truly think that God didn't know that we was going to be making all these wrong choices and decisions, that we was going to be making right turns instead of turning left? He already knew exactly what it is that we was going to be doing, but yet and still he had a plan for us. All things work together for the good of those who call the Lord, who love the Lord, and are called according to his purpose. So stop thinking that you've done something that's just so shameful that the Lord does not want to, that he doesn't want to have a relationship with you. He does. There's nothing that you can do to make him turn away from you, to make him stop loving you. That's what unconditional love is about. You know, we're so used to being around people and people having conditions on their love. Oh, I love you if you do this. I love you if you do that. As soon as a person hurts another person, even if you do it unintentionally, then all of a sudden that cuts off the love that you have for somebody. That's not the way God works. He loves us in spite of everything that we have done. But yet and still, for whatever reason, we feel so shameful and we hide from him. We hide from him. We don't want to be in his presence because we think that he's I don't know. I guess we think that he's not going to love us, but that's not true. He may not always be happy with the choices and decisions that we make, but the love that he has for us is unconditional. It's not going anywhere. There's no need for us to hide from him, because even when we call on ourselves trying to hide from him, he knows everything. He knows what we done. You think he don't really know what we did? So I'm just saying, it's a trip how I'm reading this. I done read it so many different times. That's why they say you have to read something more than once, because every time you read something, you get something different from it. And that just lets me know right then and there how it talks about there be enmity between the woman's seed And, Satan, see, God had already had the plan worked out. We just hadn't seen it unfold yet, but he already had it. He already had it worked out. That means he already done won the battle from the very beginning. So whatever it is that you're going through and you don't see an end to the situation, you don't see an out, you don't see a positive, know that God works everything out for your good, and know that he already has it's already in the works of what it is that he plans on doing. You don't see a way out of it, but he didn't already saw a way out of it. You haven't seen it yet because it just hasn't come into fruition. It's not time to come into fruition, but that does not mean that he has not already worked it out for you, because he has. So, just me reading this, I don't know, it just gives me so much joy, and it just gives me this peace to let me know that even when I don't do everything correctly, God has a plan already in place to work it all out in my favor. So even when I feel like things are falling apart, things are falling into place. Even when I feel like things didn't work out for me, those things not working out for me, they are working for me. I hope y'all caught that. So, that's all. That's just what I wanted to tell y'all. I know it used to be a time when I would read the Bible and I'd be like, because I didn't understand it. But as I'm starting to read and starting to understand things more, it makes me excited because I can understand it and I can come on here and I can help you guys understand it as well. So, I hope you guys understand exactly what it is that I was trying to convey, trying to get out. But just know that it may look bad on your end, but God got it already worked out. Just wait on him. Wait on him. Because in the right time, whatever it is that you're going through is going to turn around. He's going to turn the situation around and it's going to work for your good. Just wait on him.